And Aaju called me. He says, Hajia, I said, sir. He said, I respect your stance on not accepting the appointment. I said, yes, sir. Because I can't be a zombie. I just can't follow you because you said I should follow you. Let me know what you have for us up north. Because if I made a mistake on Buhari, with you, the truth is written on the horizon. So I have to know what you have for us. He said he's in London, that if I can, I should go over. He offered to buy me a ticket. I said, no, sir, I can afford a ticket. And then he said, can I get a hotel for you? I said, yes, that I will appreciate. I took the next Lufthansa to London. I saw him that same night, and we sat. And I said, sir, the reason why I'm not accepting your appointment is because I don't know what you have for us up north. Because in the north, every single person is either waiting to be killed or kidnapped. We can't go on like this. What is your blueprint for us? He told me
we can't go on like this.
That he doesn't have anything for us. I said, you mean, sir, you don't have a blueprint? He said, I can't have a blueprint because if I have a blueprint, I'll be stepping on too many toes and they might even kill me. This was what he said.
Don't go anywhere because you're about to watch more evidence that prove this. But just before you see the more evidence I'm about to bring to you, permit me to say this. I have every reason to believe what this woman said. Number one, Shettima, who was well accused of his affiliation with Boko Haram, who we saw his picture dining with Boko Haram. Shettima, who hosted Kabiru of Sokoto after blasting Catholic Church in Suleja, hosted him in his house. Shettima, who Minister of Education, Wikide Roto, closed schools before Shiboge. Close, we have intelligence that they are going to kidnap the girls. He left it open, he was kidnapped. Shettima, who is a Fulani, he was the most suitable person for him to choose as vice, a Fulani. And Bello Matawale, former governor of Zamfara, who's the current governor of Dauda, accused that they have documents that prove he was sponsoring Boko Haram. He made the Minister of Defense, a Fulani. A Fulani security advisor. I have every reason to believe. Okay, they gave me condition to put him there. Anyway, let's take a listen. Let's watch other proof now. But before we watch it, if today is the first time coming across my video, I want to say big thank you to you for stopping by. This is Holy Ghost on platform, a platform that tell you undiluted truth. Thanks and God bless you. Don't skip any part. Let's watch to the end.
We have a confession that the media has not given appropriate attention. Kawu Baraje Alhaji was a leading chieftain of the APC, and he has confessed that they imported the foreign mercenaries who have become bandits. He has confessed. How much more evidence do you need? He has confessed that they imported them for the elections. This is public. Why is the media not following up? Why are we not asking for accountability? So it seems very clear to me and to so many others. If you're in the public space, you hear people talking and pointing fingers. The ruling party is the direct sponsor of terrorism and insecurity in Nigeria. My name is Martin Tinubu. I said it. APC is the direct sponsor of insecurity and terrorism in Nigeria. Ask me for the evidence. Good. I just gave you confession of Kawu Baraje. That's number one. Number two, Miyetti Allah made a public statement that if you want peace in your state, don't call any meeting. Provide land for Fulanis in your state. Public statement. Miyetti Allah. Miyetti Allah is a collaborator with the ruling party. We had a report that the ruling party funded Miyetti Allah to the tune of 100 billion. I wasn't there when the payment was made, but that's in the public domain. We had an official report. that the government of Nigeria was going to establish a radio station in collaboration with cht, where Fufude, the Fulani tribal dialect, will be the language of communication. Now, interestingly, you ask me for facts. We have it on the authority of the Ondo State government that the PRO of Mietiala in Ondo State led the criminal suspect gang that killed Parafashoranti's daughter. That is on the authority of the Ondo State government. And they have been arrested. And the leader of the gang is the PRO.
We're not seeing any attempt by the president to reach out to Nigerians at this moment. There have been very loud, increasingly strident calls for President Tinubu to address the nation about all this. And many people say they're shocked that Mr. Tinubu has still not spoken to Nigerians as a leader talking to the people he leads. Why hasn't he done so? I'm not talking about his aides. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about the president. Why hasn't he deemed it necessary to talk to Nigerians about this huge quarrel that's broken out with the Americans at a time when many Nigerians are afraid and worried that things could get worse? Why not?
Well, I want to assume that the Nigerians you are referring to are Nigerians that need more education about communication.
I don't understand what you're talking. I asked you a straightforward question. You're not answering.
What is the straightforward question?
The straightforward question is, why hasn't the president,
so if the president
addressed his people at a time of incredible crisis?
And if the president speaks to the Nigerian people through tweets, is that not a communication?
Please. Let me borrow the words of the
If the president tweets, is that not a communication?
Let me
if
borrow,
the president issues a statement, is that not a communication?
No, he needs to address the Nigerian people.
Where?
Let me, on television, on radio,
now,
where they can watch him and hear him and look at him and hear what he has to say.
When the president received envoy and was speaking about what Nigeria is doing and the commitment of Nigeria, which is covered by TV and reported by radio, is that not a means of communication?
Let me borrow the words of the former special advisor to the Tinubu presidency on political matters, Hakeem Baba Ahmed, a member of your government, who resigned in frustration. His question was, what does it take to get President Tinubu to address the country? Is he not a leader that's elected by the people? Isn't that what leaders do? If not now, when? That's a straightforward question.
Okay. You say you want him to address Nigeria through TV.
No, I'm simply asking you a straightforward
The president is communicating every day. So this is what I'm taught about communication. You issue a tweet, is communication. You speak through TV, is a communication.
There is no question in my view, and I come from an area where you have, like you rightly said, sir, there is hardly any part of Nigeria where you don't have solid minerals, even in the south. But what I observe, whereas the federal government is ruthless with people who are doing illegal oil buckling, and they deploy JTF to deal with those involved in illegal buckling. When it comes to illegal mining of solid minerals, the federal government changes. It's like using different standards. And I'm very angry about that. Because if we have to fight, deploy army, even to kill, for anyone who is involved in illegal buckling of oil, and you deploy JTF, a combination of army, police, air force, everybody. Why are we allowing illegal mining in many parts of the country that is going on? And they are being mined by retired generals, and we know them. Yes, we know them. Nobody can pretend doesn't know them. I did a letter to former President Buhari, because somebody I sent to go and conduct a primary somewhere reported back to me. A retired general of Northern Extraction told me that, look, Adams, you are worried about the challenge of conducting primaries in Zafara. The challenge you see is there is far more than that. And if it's not dealt with, Nigeria will not know peace in parts of the country. And this go all the way through the belt, all to Kaduna. And it up to, yeah, correct. And he told me that those involved in this illegal mining, they use choppers. They procure arms exactly the same way as our military were doing in the South. They give them arms. They use choppers to come and cut away the gold. And they take them out of this country and make billions of US dollars. And the federal government is not doing what it should be doing. I took this letter to the former president when I was national chairman of APC. And I said, call the general to give you more brief. In fact, what is happening or what subsequently happened in that part of the country was exactly what the general told me was going to happen. Because these guys have been weaponized by the illegal big men who deploy them, secure territories, and the weapon is meant to protect the Chinese and other foreigners who they actually employ to carry out the mining. And on occasion, they use the same weapon to carry out banditry, kidnapping, and all of the terrible things that are going on. Chief of Committee Chairman of Defense Staff, tell the defense I said so. That some retired military officers, army officers are involved in it. The day we can't tell the truth, this country cannot flourish. We can't change our, when it affects our people, we are at our best. We talk strong. Some other people appear to be above the law. That is what is going on with solid mineral. It is not that we don't know where it is. We have a whole survey of where we have what across the length and breadth of Nigeria. We also know, everybody complaining about certain people from certain nationalities. How they got here, even as we are talking now, they are doing those illegal mining. And those guys are getting richer when Nigeria State is getting poorer. But we carry the consequences of banditry, kidnapping, and that which this on illegal armed men, which they equip. Sir, who can afford to buy a chopper to land in an illegal mining site, cut away gold, return to Sediti, and then on the way to airport, bam, take them out of the country? This is happening. So I agree with you, but my position is that we shouldn't, as senators, be lamenting. As senators, we should fix the problem. We should tell the executive, you must deploy exactly the same force that you deploy against illegal oil bunkering. That same force should be deployed to deal with criminals who are When I say criminal, it can be a retired general, it can be a retired permanent secretary, it can be a retired trade unionist or a retired labor leader. Whoever is involved, they should be dealt with. Let Nigeria see that we are not condoning this. We are not lamenting what is going on. When you have a country of people who are above the law because they are supposed to have served the country and they have retired and now they become the real barons. So I agree with you that the solid sector, and I'm happy with the word made by Baba that oil was discovered by accident. What they were looking for was solid.